And Ash is just catching limits in every format. Alright, so make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more. It's got an Asian English ban list came down this morning, and it looks like this is interesting. Now, Asian English is played in Singapore, regions where Asian English cards are available. And the reason why we're covering this is I'd like to look at patterns. What happens in one format tends to go across a lot of these formats, and it looks like we're seeing some overlay here. Actually, no pun intended. So there are no forbiddens in Asian English. Asian English has not had enough time. I guess with some of these cards, though, Herald of the Arclight needs to go. But they limited it to one. So I'm a little bit interested in that reasoning, but I can understand so. So straight off the bat, Cupsy Yummy going to one. There goes the consistency. Just tossed it out the door and it's gone. Cupsy Yummy was pretty much the way that the deck was, but you're noticing that we're not hitting the new extender. We're not hitting the new level 1 secret, at least for us. So it's interesting that they chose to go after Cupsy instead of Marshmallow. I wonder if TCG is going to follow suit with that. Joe Cool went to one. Everybody with a brain in modern times is going to tell you the exact same thing, that Joe Cool needs to go to one. This card is crazy broken, and it does way too much to facilitate any combo lines. Honestly, it is bonkers to me how good this card is. Now, we also do see, couple Malice cards here. We got the White Rabbit, and we're also seeing the March Hare also going to one here. Well, if you're not going after Red Ransom like the OCG did, blowing up March Hare, which is the extender, and hitting Red Ransom to one, and cleaning up Malice and Underground to one, that is fantastically an alternative to clear up things. I do believe that they still have Splash Mage on this side of the game, which is gonna, obviously, they'll still be able to do Malice things. But if the TCG were to come in and to, smack March Hare to one, still leaving backup adding Nister alone, well, it would be an interesting choice. Herald of the Arclight, we've all talked about this. I think all of us all have the same unified thought across the board. Just get it out of here so Mitsu can stop abusing it. We do see Ketu Dracotail going to one. Well, I mean, what do you want, man? Do you want Malulu to go to two already? You want Malulu to go to one already? Or do you want to test the waters of what Ketu Dracotail is going to do at a status that's basically being checked? Because it's kind of where I am right now with this. Because, we can bring Ketu into the format limited, or we go one step further. And I think leaving Ketu at one still allows the deck pretty much to function. Maybe TCG will go a little bit harder on this. I'm not exactly sure. Obedience School going to one here. I can't believe that y'all had this at a higher number. Pre-prep. So this appears to be the actual hit that both OCG and AE have chosen to do against Mitsurugi. And I think you're going to see the same thing here with us. I think you're going to see either we're taking care of Herald, or we're putting pre-prep to one, or we're doing both. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And they're also seeing Rivalry and Goes and limited to one. I mean, that's okay. Semi-limited. This is interesting. So this is where Ash Blossom gets the sad bonk stick and sad noises. This is now in two formats, people. I'm wondering if we're going to see Master Duel following suit with this, because now you've got two formats are doing this. I wouldn't be surprised to see the TCG following it up with Ash going to two. From what I was reading, evidently OCG players just aren't happy with Ash. Evidently it's a card that causes problems. And, I mean, they're also seeing the semi-restricting of Maxi here, too, which is crazy because the OCG is getting ready to phase that thing out. So, Okay, Ice Rise will go into 1. I mean, this is fine. I don't really see an issue with this. Izuna to 1. Well. So, leaving any real parts of what I would consider the canine package intact does kind of cause some interesting questions, because it's like, all right, so after we limit Joe Cool, do we actually need to put that restriction on this deck, or is it just good enough at that point? And I think you do have to check Izuna. As much as I want to be a lot more optimistic and be like, well, you know, we could leave it alone, I think the card just causes too many problems. It's too much recurability, too easy access, and being able just to counterplay your opponent straight off of the bat is kind of a little bit broken. We also do see Rosin going to 1. Or going to 2. I would not be surprised to see a timeline where we might see Rosin actually coming back. Because Vanquishal, while it has performed very well, I feel like a lot of players kind of miss it, especially when you're trying to push these alt arts here, Konami. I think you're going to have to give a little bit of give and take here. I think you are going to have to give your player base back a copy of this just to see what they are going to do. If they don't do anything with it, then okay, that's all cool. But if not, you know, you got to test the waters here. That's where we are. You want people to want these alt arts, so you kind of got to give a bit to the community here. And then, of course, Snatchy to 2. Cupsy to 1. Snatchy to 2. I think does effectively check what this deck was initially trying to do. I think if you really want to crater Yummy, then you put Snatchy to 1, you give it the full Prank Hits combo, and it just becomes unplayable the minute that you put, you know, the Link to 1. And I love that they've repeated history here with that. Unlimiteds. We see Cyberjar going to 3, which unfortunately isn't going to do anything. I mean, Cyberjar looks and walks the walk of being a scary card, but the reality of the situation is it really does nothing. Desire's going back to 3. I still can't believe that there's been a time where this card, you know, the infamous -10, has been locked up. I think that's fine. We also do see, much like the OCG here, Sleepy Memory is coming back. Konami giving anything to the Cat in the Hat deck purely is kind of annoying, because it is not a fun deck to play against. Nobody that I know enjoys playing against, you know, a giant Nor that basically is unaffected by literally everything. It's kind of crazy. And we also see Snatch Steal coming back to 3 down here. Honestly, Snatch Steal just got a collector's rare. I would be okay with this, honestly. If you really want to get some people to test out some really bad ideas, you know, push this back. I mean, we're still waiting on Minkanko cards to come out over here, so maybe you'll inspire a bad idea or two to come out of the woodwork. I'm sure it's there. This list, I think, prompts some discussion as to what Konami could actually do. The reality of the situation is, you know, I think there are things here that we are going to see. I could see Cupsy going to on our side of the game. I could see this is how they check Malice on our side of the game. The reality of the situation is, you know, we're going to have to wait and see, but this looks very, very good. The problem is our format feels more worse off than the other formats have. It's just, we've sat so far in this stagnant card pool that it really has just made the game very boring. And that's not fun. That's not fun at all. That's why, like, the ban list, as much as people don't like it, it needs to be used as a tool to spicing up the game and to actually get things a little bit more interesting, to say the least. But I think at least for AE, I think they're in good hands right now to kind of test out the waters of where they're going to go from here. So, guys, please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Are you excited for, you know, the potential for our list? Because I'm still waiting for it. You guys have a good rest of your day, all right? Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.